I hate having to explain this over and over again. It's getting old. The questions are becoming very old, you know, redundant. We're hearing them over and over again, constantly, constantly. It's the same old argument, the same whining, the complaining, right? Okay, yeah. Well, see, you've dealt with this, I'm sure, just the same way as I have. Okay, now the one that we hear all the time is, oh, he can't fix everything, and in 4 years he doesn't have a magic wand where he could just magically make everything better. It's Bush's fault and all this stuff. And it's like, look, first of all, nobody was asking or expecting him to clean all this up in 4 years. Nobody. Nobody. What we want, okay, is for not him to just magically poof, you know, turn things around like that in the blink of an eye, because that's realistic. But you can at least steer us in the direction and get us headed down the right path. I mean, even, you know, because you can make the argument that he inherited, a great mess, in which he did. But I mean, instead of fixing it, he's made it worse. Okay. He has far, far surpassed, um, in just his 3.5 years in office, far surpassed what Bush did in his entire 8 years. I mean, when you look how much money he spent, all right, you take all the money spent from our very, very, very first president, George Washington, up to George W. Bush, and all the presidents in the middle, and take that debt, and it does not amount to the debt that Obama has brought this nation in just 3.5 years. Doesn't at all. Everybody's like, give him a chance, give him a chance. No, when somebody is trying to implement the type of system that he's trying to implement, which is a European style socialistic, let's all depend on the government type of a system, you don't give that a chance. You try to defeat it, you try to kill it. You stomp on it, defeat it. I'm not giving that a chance. Right, well, none of us should. And, yeah, and then there's everybody who's still caught up on the nation's first black president thing. Oh, to sit up there and vote for somebody because they're black is just as racist as not voting for somebody because they're black. His skin color has nothing to do with policy, his policies. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So why does that even matter? I'll tell you, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Right, well, some people did, some people didn't. So I guess the bigger picture here, would be those who did vote for him, or hopefully they're able to admit to themselves, like, man, I made a mistake voting for this guy. Let's try to fix this in 2012. But there's a lot of people who don't want to admit it, who don't want to admit that he has failed miserably, and they're going to vote him in again. And I'm telling you, if he gets another 4 years, we're done. You might as well stick a fork in us because we will not be able to come back from the onslaught of liberalism that he is going to impose on this nation in the next 4 years. If he's elected, we're done. We will not be able to undo that. We will not be able to undo Obamacare, his radicalism. We are done if he gets another 4 years. We are done. Yeah, well, I mean, what else can we do? At that point, anyways, what else can we do? That's why we got to get it right this time. We got to get it right. And, okay, yeah, well, then, alluding back to that, all right, you know, people are blind and people don't get it. And it's like, what upsets me so much, all right, is that you got people out there who, policy wise, they don't like them, but personally they do. So they're still going to cast their vote for them because they just personally think, oh, he's a cool guy. What does that have to do with anything? Nothing. I don't care if I had somebody that was my best friend running for president. If I thought that their policy sucked, I wouldn't vote for them. Who cares about him, personally? I don't know him. All I care about is the policy, and his policy to me sucks. Okay, well, let's look. All right, flat out, okay? Obama, he's a socialist, all right? And you can't be afraid to admit it. Mitt Romney. You can't be afraid to admit it. He's a socialist. He's killing jobs. He continues to increase the national debt. Continues to ask for money, borrow money, spend. But then won't pass a budget. Yeah, he won't pass a budget. That's not a priority to him. I mean, if you remember, it was what was that? Last year, I think it was. Last year, Obama he tried to pass this budget and it failed in the Senate. 97 votes, total votes that there were, and out of 97, he got 0 votes. 0 to 97. His 2012 budget, when it came up for vote in the Senate, failed 0 to 97. Democrats and Republicans rejected his 2012 budget. I mean, Obama's the dumbest president ever. Dumbest president ever, hands down. Dumbest president ever. Let's see. I mean, he doesn't like this country. He doesn't. Which is why he wants to transform it into what he believes it should be. We should be like, Europe. Yeah. We should be like Europe, socialized, government-run healthcare, socialized medicine, strong dependence on federal government, entitlements. I mean, Newt Gingrich had it right. He is the food stamp president. He is. Yeah, I'll say it. I totally agree with Gingrich on that. I mean, Obama's a liar. I mean, for one, well, yeah, I mean, he lies about so much. I mean, his list of lies. How long is that list? I mean, he lies about everything. We can talk about his faith. He's not a Christian, so he lies about that. But you know what? He has failed this country miserably, but he's self-centered. He's a stuck-up jerk his arrogance won't allow him to admit that he's failed us. I mean, look, gas is nearly, all right, around $4 a gallon in some areas here in Southern California. And it's going up all over the nation, and he's not trying to do anything about it. Look, if he would just mention that we're going to start drilling for our own oil, that right there alone would bring down gas prices in the blink of an eye. But Obama is too big of an airhead to figure that out. He's the dumbest president ever. I hate the fact that the guy's our president. I hate it. I hate it. But we got a chance to fix this. Hopefully we do. If we don't, I can say, I didn't contribute to it because I'm not voting for him. You do what you want to do. I'm not voting for him. Right. Well, people have to figure that on their own. They'll have to figure that out. So some will, some won't. We know that. We know that. But yeah, this is our last chance. This is our last chance to fix this. And if we don't, oh well, we're done. And I tell you this right now, anybody who votes for Obama in this coming up election, if he wins it and things get really bad after that, which they will, if you are struggling financially, you don't have a job, you can't find work, whatever the case may be, you're going through hard times or whatever. If you voted for Obama and that's the situation that you find yourself in, then I don't have any pity for you, no sympathy for you whatsoever. In fact, you deserve it. People who vote for Obama, who cast their vote for Barack Obama, they deserve the misery that is coming down the pipe. If he, wins re-election, they deserve it. I don't care. That's what you get. You get what you ask for. That's how this works, doesn't it?